please remain standing for O Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. I would like to thank Cassidy Laporte for singing O Canada. What an amazing job. Great job, Cassidy. I would like to begin today's ceremony by acknowledging that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the unceded territory and ancestral homeland of the Mi'kmaq Nation. Our relationship is based on a series of peace and friendship treaties between the Mi'kmaq Nation and the Crown dating back to 1725. In Nova Scotia, we recognize that we are all treaty people. Good morning, everyone. My name is Fred Tilley, and I am extremely proud to be here today as principal of Nova Scotia Community College, Marconi Campus. I would like to offer a warm welcome to graduates, family, friends, and special guests joining us here today, along with all of those tuning in through our live stream from around the world. Thank you for being a part of this special day as we celebrate the class of 2019. Yeah. Woo. I would now like to introduce the platform guests, and I would ask that you please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Starting on my right, Bruce Clark, Academic Chair, School of Trades and Technology. Glenn Turner, Academic Chair, School of Business, IT and Creative Industries. Howie Dwaran, Board Representative. Anna Burke, Vice President Academic. Catherine McLean, Vice President, Campuses and Communities. Rosalind Penfound, Vice President, Organizational Development. Monica Foster, Vice President, College Services and CFO, and also Nova Scotia's Raptors superfan. We the North. Tara Keener, Dean, School of Access and Flexible Learning. Scott McPherson, Dean, School of Business. Margaret Champion, Dean, School of Health and Human Services. Ian McLeod, Dean, School of IT and Creative Industries. Elizabeth Yo, Director, Student Services. Christine Arsenal, Director, Enrollment and Registrar. Jody McDonnell-Scott, Assistant Registrar. Bruce Hubley, Acting Manager, Student Services and Academic Chair. Donna White, Academic Chair, School of Health and Human Services. And Peter McCarran, Manager of Administrative Services. Each year, our campus welcomes new faces, all eager, many anxious, filled with an infectious enthusiasm. By the time we see those same faces cross our stage at Convocation, we see that same enthusiasm, but the anxiousness is gone, and in its place, a newfound confidence. That makes this day extremely rewarding for me and our college community here today. From our amazing faculty to our dedicated staff, each has had a role to play in supporting your journey to graduation. And to them, I say a heartfelt thank you for everything that you do. I would like to ask Marconi campus faculty and staff to please stand. Thank you. Ultimately, it is thanks to the inner strength each of you has found within yourselves to balance competing priorities, whether caring for family, holding down a job, lengthy travel time, or health challenges, and still manage to meet deadlines, stay on top of your workload, and make it through the late night studying for tests while handling all of those stresses involved. And now you can say, I did it. Today, we are welcoming students who are graduating from programs who have studied online. I would like to extend a warm welcome to my colleague, Tricia Donovan, our eCampus principal who's in attendance today. At this time, I would also like to acknowledge our student leadership on campus. I would like to ask our Student Association President, Emily Davis, to stand and be acknowledged. Emily is a graduating student from early childhood education. And she'll be here this afternoon. At this time of the year, we sometimes say goodbye to faculty and staff that have been members of our campus family, supporting students and contributing to student success and campus life. We would like to recognize the following staff who have retired this year: Jacqueline Decker, Alan McDougall, Debbie McVeigh, and Lorraine Pivarns. Thank you for your service to NSCC. As our president, Don Bureau, has often said, we take the community in community college very seriously. This is a special community, and while we always have our share of challenges along the way, by working as a supportive family, it makes the successes we see at the end of the academic year that much more special. Congratulations to the class of 2019. You've accomplished so much and should be so proud. Please know that all of your college family here on stage and in the audience are so very thrilled to see you shine today. Again, we are so glad you've taken the time to support the graduates in person and online. We invite you to take a photograph of your graduate. If you would come to the center aisle, designated for photos, staff will assist you. As your graduate receives their credential, and ask that you keep the stage clear when doing so. In case any of your friends and family are not able to be here, the ceremony will be available to see at a later date once posted to NSCC's YouTube channel. And don't forget to use the hashtag NSCCGrad when you share your convocation photos and messages on social media. It is now my absolute pleasure to introduce our president, Don Bureau.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Fred. Graduates, I have to tell you, it's such an honor for me to be here this morning to celebrate your success with family, friends, and loved ones. In fact, as president of NSCC, addressing you, the graduating class of 2019, is simply the highlight of my year. You know, a couple of weeks ago, as I was preparing my speech that I would deliver this morning, I was home and I was in the kitchen with my son Matthew, who recently graduated from NSCC a couple of years ago. I said, Matthew, what advice would you have for me as I prepare my speech for the graduating class of 2019? And he said, Dad, he said, look, here's my advice. He said, you should try to be interesting. He said, you should try to be inspiring. But he said, Dad, they don't want to listen to you go on and on and on. So he said, try to be quick. So I said, Matthew, I'm not sure if I can be interesting, inspiring, and quick. And he said, well, just be quick then. So I'm going to take his advice, and I want to share with you, our graduating class, a quick story. This is a story that my colleagues have heard me share before. It's one of my favorite stories because I think it's very pertinent to what's happening in the world today. It's called the Patch Story, and it talks about the importance of taking action to have a positive impact on others. I first heard this story a couple of years ago when I had the absolute pleasure to meet one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. That person, her name is Valerie Jarrett. And many of you, like me at the time, may not have heard of Valerie Jarrett, but she was the senior advisor to the former President of the United States, Barack Obama. In fact, for the 8 years when he was in office, Valerie was often referred to as his shadow because she was always with him. Valerie was in Halifax speaking. I had the chance to have lunch with her, and she explained that early in her career, she was working with the city of Chicago as a lawyer, and one day she was interviewing to fill a vacant position in her department. One of the people to be interviewed came into the interview room, and that person's name was Michelle. And after a couple minutes, Valerie offered her the job on the spot because Michelle was so incredibly bright. And of course, that Michelle was Michelle Obama. And over time, Valerie and Michelle and Barack Obama became very close friends. And when Barack decided to run for president in 2008, he asked Valerie to take a leave of absence for 6 months to help him with his campaign. Well, as I mentioned, she stayed with him for the entire 8 years when he was in office. She told us a story that in 2008, when he was campaigning, Barack Obama had just finished a speech at a Chicago hotel. He got onto an elevator, the doors of the elevator closed, and there was an elevator operator on that elevator, an older gentleman by the name of Earl Smith. And Earl presented the candidate, Barack Obama, with a little military cloth patch. And he explained that this military patch, he had it during the Vietnam War. It kept him safe during the entire Vietnam War and ever since. And Earl wanted to give the candidate this little military patch to keep him safe during his important work. Barack Obama said he couldn't possibly take the patch, but eventually Earl convinced him to do it, and the president-to-be did. Let's fast forward time. It is now 2012, and President Obama has just won his second election, and he and Valerie are in the Oval Office planning the inauguration ceremony. When the president asked Valerie, he says, Valerie, do you remember 4 years ago when that man gave me that military patch? I want to go find him and invite him to the inauguration ceremony. Well, Valerie said to the president, Sir, that's almost impossible. We have no idea who that man was. We have no idea where he lives. We'll never be able to find him. And the president said with a little smile on his face, he said, we have the FBI at our disposal. Valerie, go find that man. Well, she got up, and as she was leaving the Oval Office, she turned around and she said, Mr. President, by the way, what did you ever do with that little patch that man gave you 4 years ago? And the president stood up, he reached into his pocket, and he pulled the patch out with a handful of other tokens. There was a marble, there was a little poker chip, there were rosary beads. These were all items that people had given him over the years of his public service. And those items, every day when the president would get dressed in the morning, he'd get on the top of his dresser, he would take that handful of trinkets and put it into his pocket as a reminder as to why he was doing the important work that he was doing. To him, he was president to serve and to have a positive impact on others. And here's the thing, folks. You don't have to be the most powerful person in the world to have a positive impact on others. You know, I hear every day amazing stories of our students helping other students as they pursue their studies and having a positive impact on their journey. I hear throughout the year hundreds and hundreds of stories of our faculty and our incredible staff mentoring and supporting students as they complete their programs. But there's one example in particular of you, our students, making a significant impact on the lives of others. You see, as a college, at our core, we strive to be a post-secondary institution that's accessible, to help students overcome all forms of adversity. And to that end, a few years ago, we launched something called Make Way. And Make Way was a fundraising campaign where we committed to raising $25 million to help our students be successful. And I'm very proud to say that we recently completed that campaign, and we celebrated raising over $33 million to help our students. And a key group of contributors to that success has been you, our graduates. Because you see, your student associations, on behalf of each and every one of you, have contributed $500,000 over the next 5 years to the campaign. And I think that deserves a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Graduates, I hope you know that your very significant contribution and gift will have a significant impact on the lives of future students for years to come by making education even more accessible. As we look to the future, our ask of you is to please never stop using your gifts and your education to have a positive impact on others, especially those facing adversity as they try to access a better life. As they think of being kind and having a positive impact on others, graduates, there are people joining us this morning who've had a positive impact on you during your time of studying here at NSCC. Whether they are family, friends, again, incredible faculty and staff, there are people joining us this morning who have had a big impact on you. So, to our graduating class, I have one final assignment for you before you officially complete your program. I want you to think for a moment of that person who's joining us, or those persons who are joining us this morning, who's had a positive impact on you while you've been studying here at the college. I'm asking you to think of that person or persons because we have a tradition at NSCC, a tradition where I ask the graduating class to please stand up as you're able and give a wave of appreciation and gratitude to somebody in the audience as a way to say thank you for the impact that they've had on you. So as your final assignment, graduates, please stand and give a wave to somebody in the audience. Well done. Thank you very much. So to our graduates, I can say congratulations. You've now officially completed your programs. Well done. And before I conclude, there's one other important group of individuals joining us this morning that I'd want to recognize. For decades, our alumni have been driven by a passion to find ways to have a positive impact in their communities and to make better lives more accessible for those around them. So I want to acknowledge our alumni who are in the audience and who are joining us this morning. If you are a past graduate of NSCC or any of our predecessor institutions or schools, or are a graduate of CCEDP, would you please now stand to be recognized? Thank you. So in conclusion, graduates, I want to share with you one other comment that Valerie shared with us while we were having lunch with her. She was asked, when working in the White House with President Obama for those 8 years, did the 8 years go by slow or did the 8 years go by fast? And Valerie thought for a moment. She said, you know, the 8 years went by just like that. But she said, some days they lasted forever. And I think that's true for life in general. So graduates, after walking across this stage this morning, please don't wait until tomorrow to act. Start today and continue to have a positive impact on others by paying forward the many gifts and the many abilities that you have. Congratulations, we are so proud of you, and thank you. Thank you for allowing NSCC to be part of your learning journey. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm Bruce Hubley, the Acting Manager of Student Services and Academic Chair, School of Access. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Access for the Nova Scotia High School Graduation Diploma for Adults. Patricia Angoni. Lauren Atwood. Melissa Baker. Patricia Graham. Stephanie Broad. Chris Burke. Erica Capston. Clayton Baker.
Come on now, put your hands together. Everybody.
Danielle Camo. Nicholas Delorier.
Hey, here I am, I'm a man on the scene. I can give you what you want, but you got to go home with me. I forgot some good old love, and then I got
John
something
Wayne
in store.
DeVoe.
When I get through throwing it on you, you got to come back for more. Boys and things will come by the dozen. That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing living like you can't call mama. I'm sure hard to handle now.
Tasha Donovan. Glenn Graham. Brittany Gwen. Tyler Herridge. Heather Johnson. Bridie Lowe. Joshua McDonald. Alicia McMillan. Stephanie Marsh. Jessica McNamara. Terry Meln. Melissa Oakley. Charlene Roach. Justin Sparrow. Mr. President, the graduates in the Nova Scotia High School Graduation Diploma for Adults. For the information of the audience, those students who attained honors standing have this designation noted in the program. Congratulations to your outstanding academic performance. Students whose names appear in the program but who are unable to be with us today are automatically admitted to their certificates and diplomas. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate of Completion in Achieve. Rebecca Campbell. Jarrett Can. Austin Crocker. Jarrett Jenkins. Kelly. Jarrett McCaskill. Gerard McClellan. Bryce McLeod. Brett Milley. Cameron Paul. Dylan Richard. Stephen Toms. Earl Wayman.
Good morning. I'm Glenn Turner, Academic Chair, School of Business. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Business. For the certificate in culinary skills, Austin Cremo. Sean Dublet. Farhad Qadri. Mary Jane Menchevsky. Mr. President, the graduates in the Certificate of Culinary Skills. Mr. President, the candidates for the Certificate in Medical Office Administration. Teresa Bernard. Haley Boudlier. Alyssa Burns. Jamie Damone. Caitlin Francis. Brittany Hansen. Alana Howell. Isabel McNeil. Jessica Martin. Kayla Martin. Emily McDonald. Lindsay McGinnis. Laura McPhee. Pamela Penny. Sarah Rose. Grace Turner. Marianne York. Mr. President, the graduates in Medical Office Administration. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Business Administration. Estelle Barrett. Kendra Barry. Christy Evans Bragg. Kiara Gaddis. Jacqueline Heading. Rachel McDonald. Baden McLeod. Mary Mellon. Hannah Morrissey. Michael Penny. Mr. President, the graduates in business administration. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Business Administration Accounting. Kevin Anderson. Ashton Bishop. Jenna Breon. Warren Cantwell. Ronald Harvey. Charles Jackson. Ryan McClellan. Jessica Mahalik. Michael Morrison. Stephen Nicholson. Gordon Schaller. Mr. President, the graduates in Business Administration Accounting. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Business Administration Management. Blair Friesen. Invited guests, it is a tradition at Nova Scotia Community College that when a member of the staff has a family member graduating, we offer them the opportunity to participate in the ceremony and present the credential. Punky Joshi joins us now to present her son with the Diploma in Business Administration Management. Raj Joshi. Melissa McGilvery. Ryan Marcel. Justin McDougall. George Ratchford. Mr. President, the graduates in Business Administration Management. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Culinary Arts. Camden Bonaparte. Sarah Boudelier. Jonah Fraser. Alec Gillis. Maria Guthrow. Hope Graham. Carolyn and Todd McIntyre join us now to present their daughter with the Diploma in Culinary Arts, Ashley McIntyre. Megan McNeil. Carver Pickles. Tara Roach. Alex Whitty. Mr. President, the graduates in Culinary Arts.
Good morning. I'm Donna White, Academic Chair for the School of Health and Human Services. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Health and Human Services for the Certificate in Continuing Care. Brittany O'Coin. Melissa Bates. Serena Cochran. Savannah Fitzgerald. Amanda Francis. Morgan Johnson. Melanie McIsaac. Shelby McKay O'Hanley. Shannon McKinnon. Paige Mulholland. Sarah Pace. Alexia Parnell. Brandy Prosper. Martina Rutledge. Dominique Ryan. Wenyi Tang. Jason Wells. Lindsay Yates. Mr. President, the graduates and continuing care. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Criminal Justice. Anna Broad. David Budden. Marcel Demers. Anna Flynn. Jessica Gracie. Haley Head. Diane Marchant. Kyle Ruland. Mr. President, the graduates in criminal justice. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Disability Supports and Services. Lori March joins us now to present her nephew with the Diploma in Disability Supports and Services. Joshua Burns. Sam Best. Kim McDonald joins us now to present her niece with the Diploma in Disability Supports and Services. Jenna Burke. Jason Fedora. Morgan Guthrie. John Kennedy. Kayla McPherson. Taylor McVicker. Taylor Williams. Mr. President, the graduates in Disability Supports and Services. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Therapeutic Recreation. Kristen Burns. Nicole Campbell. Alyssa Cotrio. Kelsey Donovan. Simeon Fancy. Brittany Hogan. Paula Jacobs. Victoria Jessam. Madeline Kendall. Morgan LeBlanc. Megan McDonald. Brett McIver. Peter McKinnon. Rochelle McLeod. Michaela McMillan. Blair McSween. Corey McVicker. Lori Martell. Emma Reed. Paula Ruland. Luke Silver. Garrett Sims. Mr. President, the graduates, and therapeutic recreation.
Good morning. I'm Glenn Turner, Academic Chair, School of IT and Creative Industries. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of IT and Creative Industries for the Diploma in Information Technology, Systems Management, and Security. Archie Blanchard. Christopher Epifano. Shane Gillis. Mitchell Hall. Nicholas Van Buskirk. Ashley Young. Mr. President, the graduates in Information Technology Systems Management and Security. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Information Technology Web Development. Jeremy DeVoe. Timothy Gray. Richard Hayes. Lyndon Jardine. Robert Lehman. Jake McNeil. Ethan Marsh. Kayla Wilson. Mr. President, the graduates in Information Technology Web Development. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Information Technology Web Programming. Kevin Pino joins us now to present his son with the Diploma in Information Technology Web Programming. James Gardner Pino. Roderick Johnson. Renee Verschuren. Mr. President, the graduates in Information Technology Web Programming.
Good morning. I'm Bruce Clark, Academic Chair for the School of Trades and Technology. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Trades and Technology for their certificate in automotive service and repair. Samuel Campbell. Tyler Garland. Nelson Keegan. Zachary Linden. Austin McLeod. Aaron Marshall. Stuart Stephen. Hayden Sillaboy. Murray Wadden. Stefan Yurchison. Mr. President, the graduates in automotive service and repair. Mr. President, the candidates for the certificate in electrical construction and industrial. Stephen O'Coin. Tyler Crane. Jared Detheridge. Faith Douglas. Aiden Graham. Jordan LaRue. Hensley McLeod. Sarah McLeod. Chastity Lucio joins us now to present her brother with a certificate in electrical construction and industrial. Billy Joe Earl Muse. Mr. President, the graduates in electrical construction and industrial. Mr. President, the candidates for the certificate. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, more to come. Sam Morrison. Dylan Slade. Tyler Smith. Preston Ty. Quentin Wells. Morgan Young. Mr. President, the graduates in electrical construction and industrial. Mr. President, the candidates for the certificate in process operations, 4th class power engineering. James Crosby. Noah Ivy. Justin Jewer. Adam McDonald. Riley McGinnis. Riley McNeil. Brody Oliver. Cody Reed. Okay. Caleb Smith. Caleb Smicer. Mr. President, the graduates in Process Operations, 4th Class Power Engineering. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Carpentry. Jeremy Atwood. Cameron Bigley. Patrick Callahan. Jeremy Driscoll. Bradley George. John Grant. Brandon Lagwa. Frankie Levenois. Jacob McGinnis. Brandon McIntyre. Hector McNeil. Tamara Martin. Jeremy Myers. Jarrett Morrison. Joshua Morrison. Michael Pembroke. Gabriel Shah Pimentel. Mr. President, the graduates in carpentry. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Industrial Instrumentation. Brock Beaton. Aaron Camp. Chad Cullen. Jared Dulesky. Jonathan Drohan. Brandon Hutchinson. Dawson Locke. Brandon McGinnis. Blair McIsaac. Ryan Michael Moffat. Noah Mugga. Lori March joins us now to present her cousin with a diploma in industrial instrumentation, Mitchell Rotherham. Mr. President, the graduates in industrial instrumentation. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in power engineering technology. Nicholas Abraham. Jarrett Bates. Jonathan Doyle. R.J. Gillis. Shane Hunt. Ricardo Laurel. Sean McMullen. Coily March. Colin Penny. Dave Stubbert. Mr. President, the graduates in power engineering technology.
Mr. President, and invited guests, I present to you the 2019 graduating class of the Nova Scotia Community College Marconi Campus. On April 9th, Marconi Campus celebrated the numerous and varied successes experienced by students throughout the past year. During our Student Success celebration, 35 students received Certificate of Student Excellence Awards. 4 students received Student Life Awards. 32 students received Memorial, Sponsored, and Industry Awards. Students were recognized for 7 Women Unlimited Certificates of Merit. Would all our award recipients please stand for a round of applause? This brings us to the presentation of our major awards. This morning, we are presenting 2 of our major awards, and the remaining 2 will be presented during the afternoon ceremony. The Governor General's Academic Medal is awarded to a graduating student of a college diploma program who has achieved the highest academic standing. I would ask Anna Burke, the Vice President Academic, to come forward to present this award. The recipient of the Nova Scotia Community College Gold Medal is a graduate of the Therapeutic Recreation Program, Paula Jacobs. The Nova Scotia Community College Alumni Award is presented to a graduating student of any college program who embodies the NSCC alumni tradition of excellence and ambassadorship, and whose extraordinary contributions have inspired a sense of community and pride on campus. I ask Kathy McLean, Vice President, Campuses and Communities, to come forward to present this award. The recipient of the Nova Scotia Community College Alumni Award is a graduate of the Disability Supports and Services Program, Jason Fedora. Mr. President and invited guests, I present to you the 2019 award winners for the Nova Scotia Community College Marconi Campus. It is now my pleasure to present to you the voice of our graduates, the 2019 valedictorian, Bill Meuse, from the Electrical Construction and Industrial Program. Bill returned to his studies as a mature student in the adult learning program and found that NSCC learning environment was both challenging and supportive. He built on his academic success in ALP and is now a graduate of the Electrical Construction and Industrial Program. Bill.
Kwe, Medalo Tio, Deluisi Bill Meuse, Edlia Gnu Damasi, NSCC Marconi. Weldasi Nanige, Vegedayo Ola Giskuk, Ochik Ula Nova Scotia Community College graduation. Elia Amalpoltu Ula Exit Book. Hello, how is everyone? My name is Bill Meuse, and I'm honored to be here this morning to celebrate the NSCC graduation in my home community of Membertou. I would like to welcome all of our stage guests, family, friends, neighbors, and of course, the NSCC Marconi Campus class of 2019. Like many of my fellow graduates out there in the audience, when I began my journey here at the NSCC, I had many questions. Did I choose the right place? Am I ready to go back to school? Am I going to know the academic curriculum that today's schools teach? Many of us here have gone through the same process, had the same anxieties, and asked ourselves, are we really making the right choice coming back to school? Anxiety of being out of school so long began to set in. I had left my education at a young age for employment opportunities. At that time, I questioned what my education was providing me. I made the decision to leave school to work and make money, rather than sit in class learning things I didn't feel that I needed to know at the time. I had worked for many years realizing the importance of what I left behind when I left school. My stubborn thinking led me to dead-end jobs. Don't get me wrong, I was good at what I did. I was making good money, but it was not a career. I didn't feel fulfilled by it. I hit a roadblock in my life. Money was good, but the hours took me away from my family. I had a wife and daughter that I couldn't spend much time with because of my job. I felt that I was missing out on many opportunities. Due to not having a high school diploma, I had to reevaluate my life. I didn't have a career, I had a job. It allowed me to support my family, but it was shift work, which took it away from me. Eventually, my wife encouraged me to look into going back to school and studying something that I really wanted to do. Many of us here today have people behind us, providing us support as we move through our programs, questioned our choices, and studied for tests. My wife gave me full support, along with family and friends who have provided me with the love and support I needed to be successful at NSCC. My wife encouraged me to go back to school to get my high school diploma. I chose to come to NSCC Marconi to complete the adult learning program, which I successfully completed last year. I am grateful for her support. Who are you thinking of right now? Who helped you, guided you, supported you? Is it a parent, a guardian, a child, a partner, and an instructor? Don't forget to thank that person right now. During my time here at Marconi, I have been able to experience the diversity that NSCC creates and encourages. NSCC celebrates not only the academic and cultural differences, but differences in age and lifestyle as well. NSCC Marconi Campus showcases all of our differences. all of our cultures, including African Nova Scotian, Gaelic heritage, our Mi'kmaq history, international students, and many of the cultures here at Marconi. NSCC also takes pride in our women in trades and our LGBTQ student body to complete our community. During my time here at Marconi, I have witnessed the maturity of students, our determination, our frustrations, the ups and downs, and the discrimination against one another was not part of our community. We all came to school with one mindset, and that was to succeed in our programs and move our lives forward. On behalf of us all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the amazing faculty and staff here at Marconi, who have great skills in drawing out our true capabilities, potential, and understanding all of our challenges we face as students. The comfort and confidence our faculty provide us not only encourages us as students, but grows our beliefs that we will succeed not only in academics, but also in the real life outside of the campus. Like many here, NSCC gave me the courage to step out of my boundaries and comfort zones and take hold of uncomfortable situations and turn them into opportunities, as I am doing now. The ALP faculty gave me the determination to complete the first step in my journey and pointed me in the right direction after attaining my high school diploma through the program. In September, I enrolled in the electrical construction and industrial program and was amazed by the same consistency and outstanding support that our faculty have given throughout the program. My experience here at Marconi taught me that many of our frustrations and anxieties can be solved with a simple question. At some point, all of us here today have heard a faculty or a staff member say that no question is an inappropriate one. At the beginning of the electrical program, I had many questions. Questions that when no one else would ask, Wade would look at me and say, "Bill, do you have any questions?" I sat there for a few seconds and said, "Yes, Wade, I have a question. Why is there 19 other students in this class and I'm the only one that's asking questions?" We sat there and laughed for a little. As the person who asked all the questions, guess who volunteered to be the class rep in the student association? As I grew more confident as a student, I took the initiative to represent, take the role of a team leader, the person that had to speak up or nothing would have been said. With that confidence, the class picked up. We became a team and came together for the school year. So the lesson I leave you all with as you move forward in your careers and lives, remember to ask questions. One question could help you move past the life barrier. When I began my long road here, I would never have thought I would be in this position, standing here before you all, giving a speech, especially a valedictorian speech. I am proud to be here representing an amazing group of people I have had the privilege to work alongside of in the electrical program, as well as my fellow graduates. I am truly honored for the experience and education our faculty members have shared with all our programs. Not only did they give us the academic education, but also gave us the realities of what we may face along our paths as we move through life. In conclusion, NSCC gave me the answer to the question I asked myself many years ago. What does education buy me? And the answer is shared experience, knowledge, and career opportunity. NSCC showed me not only an academic path, but that hard work and determination pay off, and I am grateful for living this moment. I am honored to be here as one of many alumni today. I would like to congratulate my fellow graduates from the Achieve program, ALP, Automotive, Business, Carpentry, CCA, Criminal Justice, Culinary, DSS, Industrial Instrumentation, IT, Medical Office Administration, Power Engineering, Process Operations, and TR. A special congrats to my electrical construction class and all of the 2019 NSCC alumni. I want to leave you with the following words. Success is in all of us. It just matters on who is willing to work for it. Walalio, and thank you.
Thank you, Bill, for your heartfelt valedictory address. I will call on Principal Fred Tilley to present the Valedictorian Award.
Wow, what a great message. Thank you, Bill. Well, this brings us to the end of today's convocation proceedings. We invite everyone to join us for a reception immediately following the ceremony, which will be held at the back of the arena. During the reception, we would ask that you take part in our alumni photo booth. I would like to take this time to extend a special thank you to everyone who has contributed in any way in making this convocation ceremony a truly special event. Thank you very, very, very much on behalf of the graduates and the staff. Please stay seated. During the recessional, the platform guests, led by our president, followed by faculty and graduates, will exit the stadium. And please stay standing until the reception leaves the auditorium. Thank you so much, and congratulations 2019.